There's a new woman representative in Washington, D.C. A statue of Amelia Earhart, the pioneering aviator who became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, was unveiled at the National Statuary Hall inside the U.S. Capitol on Wednesday. Earhart became an overnight celebrity in 1928, a sort of aviating pop/reality star, after becoming the first woman to complete any transatlantic flight. On that first voyage she was mostly a passenger, accompanied by a pilot and a mechanic. The public's obsession with her reached frenzied levels 4 years later when Earhart made that journey on her own, becoming first female pilot to make the trip. 3 years later she'd become the first woman to fly from the Hawaiian Islands to the mainland. Ticker-tape parades were held in her honor, and she was so popular that crowds would swarm around her when she made public appearances. They'd grab at her iconic goggles and leather helmet to get a tiny piece of her gravity-defying magic. The unveiling of the statue at the Capitol fell a little short of that type of mania, but it was joyous nonetheless. The honor guard from the Kansas Air National Guard played the national anthem, people crossed their right hands over their hearts in the Pledge of Allegiance, and the gathered crowd cheered and woo-hooed when the black drape was dramatically removed from the figure. The statue is one of 2 to represent Kansas in the Capitol's Statuary Hall collection. Each state gets to choose a pair to represent them. Earhart, who was born in Atchison, Kansas, is replacing Kansas Senator John James Ingalls. That makes her the 11th woman in the collection. Earlier this month a marble statue of civil rights leader Mary McLeod Bethune was added, representing Florida. Bethune is the first black person to represent a state in the collection. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly touched on what she hopes Earhart's addition will mean for future visitors. Amelia was a dreamer. Her dreams went far beyond the banks of the Missouri River and far beyond the prescribed gender roles of her time, Kelly said. Let it be an inspiration for all, particularly our young girls, for generations to come. Let them stare up at this work of art and think that they, like Amelia, can dream the impossible dream. The bronze cast of the famed flyer looks like what one might expect. She's wearing a leather bomber jacket, her short hair is mussed, as if Terry's wind blowing through it, and she's got a popped. The sculpture has been in the works for more than 2 decades, and actually took 7 years to make. It was crafted by artist brothers George and Mark Lundeen from Colorado. The 2 won a competition to capture the aviator pioneer's spirit, ABC affiliate WJLA reported. Earhart's place in American history as a trailblazer is unimpeachable.